Hi! So today is the last day in sequel month, and I'm going to finish it out with Champion by Marie Lu, the last book in the Legend series. Spoilers, by the way. So, I've pretty much talked about these characters in this series to death. I mean, like, obviously not this particular story, but there's not a lot to say about these characters more than I have said already. So I'm mostly just going to focus on the protagonists this time, June and Day. So, June. I thought it was kind of cool that she was the link to the virus. At the beginning of Prodigy, she was sick, and I didn't really think about it really that much. But I love that Marie Lu put that little bit in the beginning there to bring back now. I thought that was pretty fun. Well, not fun, but interesting. But at the end, like, June, why? Why are you this way? She does the same exact thing that Day did in the end of the last one, where she's like, well, I decided that it'll probably hurt him more if we stay together, because he has amnesia, than it would to just, like, explain to him where we were, and I don't have to tell him, like, every single little thing, though I probably should, because that's what humans who are mature do, but it's because she's 15. It's the same exact problem that she and Day had before, but now it's June's fault. Like, if I were her in that situation, first off, like, obviously she loves him, so that kind of sucks for her, but what I would have done is I would have said, here's what happened. I would have told him everything from the beginning and let him make his own decision, because he doesn't have those feelings anymore. So if he decides, you know, I want to continue to try this, then yeah, that's fine. And if he decides, you know, I don't know if I can do this because, you know, I might blame for my mom's death on you or whatever, then whatever. But he should be the one to make that decision and not her. But I do like that in the end she did at least try to move on. She wasn't just like Adam from where she went, where she just like moped all the time. She like tried to be with Anjin, but she was honest with him when she felt like she couldn't commit to that relationship because she was still in love with Day. So I thought that was mature of her, but that was also when she was a little older. She was like 18 or 19 at that point. So there you go. So then Day. I think that his end of his arc was really good, his character arc, because you can definitely see how he grew. By the end of it, he's willing to risk not only his life but his brother's life for like the greater good and for the Republic, who wasn't even really good to him. He's like able to see past that, you know, something that he wouldn't have been able to do even as far back as Prodigy. And then we had some really good emotional moments with Day, with his brother, with June, and with the thing when he went back to his mom's house. Definitely Day is my favorite character of the two all the way through the series. So then the story. It's a good story. It definitely was a great conclusion. My favorite parts were, I really liked when they went to Antarctica. I thought that was really cool, how like everything was kind of like a video game and you had like points and stuff. That was really interesting. But I also liked June's observation, that it was like, who decides what's a good behavior, what's a bad behavior, who decides what gets points and what gets points taken away. Thought that was cool. I liked their little computer thing that they did there. I liked that the language translator thing when they were wearing the glasses, were they? That whole thing was cool. Disappointed that we didn't get very much backstory still in the colonies. We got like some, but still I felt like there was something missing. I still didn't know enough. I just wish there had been a little more. Like I've said before, I like it when there's like we make a plan and then we execute the plan, like watching how that works. And there was some of that good stuff in here, like Day's plan to go and infiltrate, I guess, the colonies, kind of like go and like say, I'm gonna help you, but then at the last minute be like, no, revolt, or whatever. So I liked that. That was cool. But the epilogue was annoying. I think if Marie Lu was going to make the decision that Day was going to have amnesia and June was going to pretend that they didn't follow, that they never knew each other, she should have kept it that way. She shouldn't have 2-3 pages later got them back together, basically. Because like it's like 10 years later, but for me it's like 2 pages later, so it felt kind of like weird. I think there's 2 possible reasons. I like to think of reasons why an author may have done something that I don't like. So 2 reasons I think she might have done this. One, she wanted a tearjerker ending, because I definitely cried during the part where Jay was pretending that she didn't know Day, but she also wanted to have a happy ending. Or 2, she originally had them staying together, and then like a publisher or an agent or somebody told her, you need more emotion at the end, or you need something, or whatever. They told her that there needs to be something else, and she did it. I'm not sure, but those are my 2 theories as far as that goes. But yeah, I thought that either they should have stayed together or they should have not stayed together. Personally, I think that June should have, like I said before, just told Day and let Day make his own decision because he is a grown-up, as much as she is at least. So then the writing style is good as always. You guys know I love Marie Lu. And she's a very vivid writer. She always writes super, like, cinematically. You can see what's happening while you're reading, which I think is really cool, especially considering how much I like movies based on books. I can totally see this really easily being adapted into a great movie. Overall, what I think of not just Champion, but the whole series together. So Champion I gave 4 stars. I think I gave 4 stars to every book in this series, which is a pretty good, show of the quality of the series in general. A lot of times I like the first book in a series and I don't really like the sequels as much. You guys might have been able to see that trend this month when we did sequel month, but that wasn't the case with the Legend series because I think it's because Marie Lu intended for it to be a series when she set out. She didn't write a book and then leave it like ambiguous and open-ended and then decide later, yeah, that made enough money to write a sequel. I don't think that was what she was doing. I think she had a story in her head that had a whole series going along with it. And I think that really helped. And I don't think she lost her way anywhere. I don't think she sold out or anything. So that all in all made it a pretty good series. Definitely one of my new favorite series, and 100% Marie Lu is one of my new favorite authors. I love her, and I'm so glad that I discovered this series thanks to one of my new friends here at college. So thanks to my friend who recommended it to me. And yeah, I definitely recommend this series to you guys. It's a dystopian, as you know, if you've been watching the reviews, and it's a romance, but it's not cliche in any way. It's not a cliche dystopian, it's not a cliche romance. It's got action. It's a really great overall book, and I really think anybody who enjoys dystopians is going to like it, but I also think maybe people who don't like dystopians are going to like it because that's not, like, the point. The point isn't, like, with something like Divergent where it's, like, a lot of it is getting to know the factions, which is good, and I like Divergent, but I'm just saying, even if you don't really love, like, world building or learning about new worlds and stuff, I think you could still like this series just for what it is. So all in all, great series, great book, loved it. So yeah, sequel month is over now. I had fun with it. If you guys liked this idea in sequel month, let me know in the comments and I'll try to do something like this again. It just kind of happened that I'd been reading a lot of sequels and I was like, well, I might as well make something of it. But if you guys like something like this, like a theme month, even a different theme, if you guys have an idea for something like, romance month or something, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. And if you liked sequel month, let me know. So I will see you guys next week with a new book, not a sequel. So, bye. Hi! It's the 3rd week of sequel month, so today we're doing Where She Went by Gail Forman.